Next up is the Q collar. So if anyone's heard of the Q collar, it's this device that goes on around the neck, and it slightly compresses the jugular veins. And the thought process is that if we can compress the jugular veins, because remember, veins have blood coming back from the head, so if you're going to compress the jugular veins, you're going to reduce the amount of blood coming back from the head. If you're going to do that, you're going to get a back pressure into the brain where you're going to get less fluid flowing out, and that extra fluid in the brain could potentially act as an increased cushion of the brain. Because remember, it's the brain moving around inside the skull. If we can cushion the brain from the inside, maybe that's a more effective strategy than helmets. So it's a good idea potentially in theory. The problem is it has never been shown to reduce concussion risk whatsoever. And if you actually go to their website, they will never ever say that it prevents concussion, because that would be a claim that they would be fined for making. All of the studies on this have been somewhat flawed in the way that they've done the studies. They've used things like diffusion tensor imaging, and they've looked at people over the course of seasons, and no concussions happen. But then they see that there's less changes in this brain and that brain. Diffusion tensor as a whole has a lot of problems with it. We don't necessarily know what we're looking at when we look at diffusion tensor studies. So the studies that have been done on this device have been flawed, and none of the studies have shown any type of reduction in concussion risk. So if you actually go to their website and look it up, it'll say a revolutionary device that helps protect the brain from sports-related impacts. The idea is to make you think concussion, sports-related impacts. But in fact, it has actually never been shown or even studied on its ability to reduce concussion risk. So more research needed on the device. Anyway, that's my answer on that.